So, good afternoon and welcome to episode 9 of Ask Angelika. And it's good afternoon and welcome just
Me?
give me a second,
Hello?
from Angelika. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen, and hello, everybody who may be listening in
Right,
or who will be listening in on YouTube.
yeah, and then the replay. This is a fortnightly show where Angelika will take any questions that you have on the German language. But the first thing I want to do today is run through what the group is all about. So I'm going to pass over to Angelika. And Angelika, why did you start the group and what can people use it for?
Okay, well, the group has got the same name as people who are in the group know as the show, which is Ask Angelika. And the idea came because I have quite a few online students now and in various online courses. And I just wanted to bring it all together into one group where people can ask questions. The problem is always when you're in an online course, if you do an online course about, I don't know, let's say you bought my past tense online course and you're doing some German and you're stuck on something, but it has got nothing to do with the past tense, then asking that question in the online course is not really the right place. So I thought, well, I'll do this group because here people can ask any question they like about learning German. And I'm pleased to say that some people have started doing that, which is really good. I also try, sorry, yeah.
There is interaction within the group, isn't there? People asking questions.
Yes, people are asking questions. I think once or twice, even somebody else answered the question when I didn't see the question straight enough, which I think it's brilliant as well, because that's what I like to see. I'd like to see some interaction of the group. So if anybody in the group sees a question where they know the answer, and I haven't answered because I haven't seen the question yet, please do answer. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, helping each other.
Yes, exactly.
As well as waiting for the Friday to arrive, people can actually chat and answer each other's questions and get conversations going. Now, why the next thing that came out of that was the this show, which is every 2 weeks on a Friday at 2 p.m. GMT, 9 a.m. Eastern. And what's the purpose of this show?
Well, it's giving people the chance to actually join the show as well. But so far, we haven't had too many takers. Most people are probably as scared as I was, not am anymore. I need to rephrase that one. It is quite daunting to be on camera, but if anybody wants to be on camera, it is brilliant. We've had two online students so far who I've only known via emails or questions online. To actually talk to them live on the camera was absolutely fantastic, and it would be brilliant if we could have some more people who are brave enough to join us on camera to ask
Indeed.
any question or just to have a conversation,
to have a chat. I mean, basically it brings the show to life, and it is an opportunity for people to get involved and ask questions. So we look forward to in future weeks if people can actually join us on air. Sorry, I got a comment from Peter Stewart, who is being helpful. If you are watching Angelika's group in Ask Angelika and you have a problem, can you just please refresh your browser and it should work momentarily. Okay, now you have a book that you'd like to talk about.
Yes, not my book this time. So, but those people who read my blog, they may remember that in October I wrote about the language show, and there were a new group, two young men who they did a Kickstarter campaign, and I got involved in the Kickstarter campaign because they had this wonderful idea of a story book which starts in English and ends in another language. And so far they've done French, Spanish, and also German. And it's actually called the Great Deutsche Word Search. Now, word search may be a bit deceiving, because this is not a word search. This is actually a storybook. It's a storybook about a girl who lost all her words, and they got all mixed up with German words, and she's trying to find them back. And so the story starts in the beginning. I'm not sure whether people can see that now, but everything is in English on the first page. And then it starts gradually with the odd German word. So on the second 2 pages, all we have is the word ja. And then gradually there are more and more. And if I show you a bit further on at the back, the words in bold are the German ones. So even if you can't read it, so you can see there are quite a few bold words now. Yeah, or you can actually read the text.
No, we can't. No.
No. But you can see the bold words. So there's a lot more German, and the last page actually ends in complete German. Although I have to say it's only a very, very small sentence. But that's every word is in German. The idea came because they wanted to find some storybooks for people who want to help their children learn a foreign language, even if the parents themselves don't know that language or aren't very fluent or are very familiar. There is an audio as well, so you can actually download the audio if you don't want to read it out yourself, and the children can listen to it. And it sounds quite strange actually, having an English story with German books in it, German words in it, sorry. The book also comes with a tiny little German fact file, and some flashcards, and mine are all still stuck together, but I've taken some apart. So there are some numbers they're learning. So the children actually have oh, hang on a minute, where's the camera? One side says alphabet. There we are, yeah, like that. Yeah. So that says fear, and if the child isn't quite sure, you can then turn it over, and there it says, where is it gone? There we are, 4. Yeah, so that's obviously basic numbers. It isn't anything for somebody where the children already know a lot of German, but as a starter, I thought that was a great idea. And one other reason why I think it's a great idea is because inside it says, with special thanks to Roma Schulz, educator and advisor to the Goethe Institute, and Angelika Davy, teacher, tutor and translator. So, of course, I think it's a good book. Well, and I just wanted to point it out. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I'm hoping they will do lots more. They started doing a storybook, sort of like a book club, but at the moment, unfortunately, only in French and Spanish. So I need to nag them a little bit to make sure they do a German series as well.
Indeed, because as you say, it's a good idea, and there is a market out there of people who could enjoy the book with their children. Yes. Right, speaking of books, we'd like to talk a little bit about this book.
This is a book that needs to be written, because I've only put a little bit in there. It's a diary, a 52-week diary. And although we are almost at the end of January, don't think that you're saying, oh, well, it's too late now. I mean, who wants to buy a diary for 2017 at the end of January? Well, this one is undated. So if you were to order it and you wanted to start on the 1st of February, you can still do that, which means you have next year's January still free in there. And it's a diary / planner for your own German learning, for anything that you want to do on your own, in addition to lessons you may have with a tutor, or if you're learning German completely on your own and you just want a bit of a schedule for that. So you can, there's 2 pages to each week. The first page, you can just write down what you've done during that week, just to sort of keep track of it, or you can even plan it. And the second page is for reflection. What went well, what didn't go quite so well, and any thoughts for the following week. And there is also an idiom on each page. So you learn a little bit of German as well, or at least some 52, actually no, 53 idioms in the book. So very empty at the moment until you start
Okay.
writing in it.
Indeed. Now, whilst we're here, you do online training courses as well as your one-to-one Skypes and your personal one-to-one tuition in either at your office or in premises. Can you just explain the difference between Skillshare and Udemy and the benefits of each for pupil?
Udemy is a site where you buy a course. First of all, online courses, for those who don't know exactly what they are slightly comparable with a teach yourself book, except it's not a book that you hold in your hands or in your Kindle. It's video, so the chapters are video based, so you're watching a video lasting 5 minutes to 10 minutes, maybe 15 sometimes, and sometimes there are activities to go with it as well, worksheets or quizzes or anything like this. The Udemy courses, you buy the course, you register with Udemy, and then you buy a course if you're interested in it, obviously, and you have lifetime access to it. Then it's your course. Unlike a book, you can ask questions within that course as well. Like I said with Ask Angelika, except in the course, of course, it's only then course related, and you can't really ask questions about anything about German learning. So that's the bit about Udemy. You're buying the course and then you've got it. And Skillshare is a completely different platform. With Skillshare, you're paying a monthly or yearly fee, and for that you can access any course you like. Now that means not just my German courses, it would mean if you're interested in flower arranging, they do a lot of crafty courses, I know, sort of painting and knitting, and but also lots of business courses. So for a one-off fee, but that one you then, it's not a one-off fee, you're paying it every month or every year, and for that you have access to all the courses, including my online courses.
Right. And something that has cropped up in the last couple of months or so, because you have a lot of students in India, is did that work this minute? Chalk Street. Now, can you explain that for your Indian audience?
Yes, I can't say too much yet, because although I have sort of submitted courses at the moment, only one of them is live, so it's very little at the moment there, but it is purely for the Indian market. And I know a lot of people find that Udemy courses are quite expensive. I don't know much about the exchange rate, but something that may seem cheap or cheap-ish in the UK may not seem so cheap in India. So Chalk Street is an online site just like Udemy, where you're buying your courses, but it is only for the Indian market, and people will pay in rupees. I think the whole payment system is different as well, so it's a lot easier for them to buy a course there. And once they've accepted my courses, mine will be there as well.
Indeed, and I'm on there too, but I'm not talking about German language. So there you have it. You have Udemy and Skillshare and Chalk Street, where you can take online, and of course Skype sessions if you wish. Now, can we just go back to the group and say, I'm struggling with words here. Can we say a few words to the group before we go?
To the group directly, I'd like to say, well, thank you for having joined the group so far. The membership, we've got over 70, I think. That went fairly quickly. And it's nice to see some interaction going there, like people are asking questions, or people are posting interesting links. Sometimes I ask questions and people have started answering in German, which is, of course, the whole idea of it. And I'm really happy to have this group, and I'm happy to have you in it. And if anybody else would like to join, they're very welcome.
Wise words. And as you know, I'm in the group as well, and I am one of Angelika's students. on every alternate Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I sit down and learn about the German language, and it's a pleasure to do so. So, do you want to sign out for now? And we'll see everybody in 2 weeks' time.
Yes, so it's Tschüss von mir.
And Tschüss von mir. Bis später. See, I'm learning.
Yes, you do.
Okay. See you all in 2 weeks' time, everybody. Bye for now. So, good afternoon and welcome to episode 9 of Ask Angelika. And it's good afternoon and welcome from
me.
Just give me a second.
Hello.
From Angelika. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen, and hello everybody who may be listening in,
Right.
or who will be listening in on YouTube.
Yeah, and then the replay. This is a fortnightly show where Angelika will take any questions that you have on the German language. But the first thing I want to do today is run through what the group is all about. So I'm going to pass over to Angelika. And Angelika, why did you start the group and what can people use it for?
Okay. Well, the group has got the same name as people who are in the group know as the show, which is Ask Angelika. And the idea came because I have quite a few online students now and in various online courses. And I just wanted to bring it all together into one group where people can ask questions. The problem is always when you're in an online course, if you do an online course about, I don't know, let's say you bought my past tense online course and you're doing some German and you're stuck on something, but it has got nothing to do with the past tense, then asking that question in the online course is not really the right place. So I thought, well, I'll do this group because here people can ask any question they like about learning German. And I'm pleased to say that some people have started doing that, which is really good. I also try, sorry, yeah.
No, there is interaction within the group, isn't there? People asking questions.
Yes, people are asking questions. I think once or twice, even somebody else answered the question when I didn't see the question straight enough, which I think it's brilliant as well, because that's what I like to see. I'd like to see some interaction of the group. So if anybody in the group sees a question where they know the answer, and I haven't answered because I haven't seen the question yet, please do answer. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, helping each other.
Yes, exactly.
As well as waiting for the Friday to arrive, people can actually chat and answer each other's questions and get conversations going. Now, why the next thing that came out of that